Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow,
Because it gets fun.
oh. I don't know. I liked talking about how men have changed based on women's standards. And you're right, like, and I brought up incels, but I think personally, like, we're kind of seeing that happen now.
Okay, so when I thought about starting tea,
Ignore that.
when I thought about starting tea, which I guess I don't need to.
Smashing the couches. Our set is destroyed.
Yeah.
Marissa killed it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
my therapist, I told him that I'm concerned about that, about tea rage and the anger and the side effects emotionally. Because I was like, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, and he
Yeah.
said, you have to remember that as a woman, socially, you have learned more emotional intelligence just because that's what society expected of you. And he was like, I have clients that have gone through tea, and while yes, they experience these emotions maybe more heavily because it's like the hormonal, it doesn't mean that they have to act that way. At the end of the day, it's the societal influence that allows the permission for them to act that way. It's not necessarily, they can't, it's controllable. And I remember that blew my mind. And also, like, I am pretty girly. I have high levels of testosterone, like higher than most women. And maybe that's why I look the way I do.
Shut up.
But also, like, I'm like girly as heck. And I'm not over here like being mean to Carrington or, you know.
You guys just don't see it.
I'm actually Ellen. I'm the new Ellen.
You're Ellen. You're Ellen, bro. You're Ellen. Off camera, she beats me, not clickbait. They beat me.
I got so sad when that came out.
Really?
About Ellen. Icon, you know?
I used to come home, we used to put on Ellen. Me and my sister would watch Ellen and like make mac and cheese after school. But I never was like, wow, you know, I was never like, she's funny. It's fun to watch. I mostly just watched because the guests were cool, but
I thought she was funny.
She's an icon in her own right. She was the first openly lesbian person in Hollywood. That was pretty slay of her.
I think I saw her documentary where she was like, she was talking about how on the TV show that she was in at the time, she was like, I feel it's so important for me to have my character have this episode and have this moment of coming out. It is an important part, and it is providing an example. Like, she made it a point to really solidify that she was this person. And I just was like, Ellen. And then to see her be successful. And the thing about Ellen, maybe I just didn't see it, but she used to wear like suits and boy clothes, and no one said anything because she was a hoot and holler. We loved her.
A what?
A hoot and holler.
Oh, a hoot and holler. I didn't even understand what that was my own fault. I just couldn't comprehend.
But like, no one said she was Ellen. It was it was cool to see her be herself, but I didn't ever see her clothes. And
facts.
I didn't ever see her. It was,
you know what? You know? I noticed. Just because, but that's because I knew I was gay and you didn't at the time, maybe. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's another reason. That's my own. Hey, I'm putting that on you. I'm putting that on you. That's my own thing I need to internalize.
That's the question of the day. Did you guys realize that Ellen was gay, or did you watch Ellen for Ellen?
You didn't wait. Hold on. Now I'm confused because we were talking about clothes. You didn't know she was gay?
I didn't think about it. I didn't care. Again, I just cared more about her.
She was dancing. That's exactly how she. You guys have to. If you're listening, go watch the YouTube because that's how Ellen dances. That's how Ellen dances,
and that's what I loved it. And she was like, and people would be like, yeah, and I was like, that's Wendy Williams.
I love Wendy Williams.
I do too.
Come back, Wendy Williams. I hope she's okay.
No,
she's a crazy person.
She's struggling.
She's crazy.
Wendy, we'll pray for you. I'll pray for Wendy Williams.
I'll throw her in there tonight.
Have you guys ever prayed for a celebrity? Because I have. Okay.
Actually, no, I have.
I got vulnerable on the pod here.
No.
What celebrity do you pray for?
I prayed for Naya Rivera. She was huge for me as a kid. Like, I watched the wedding live. My siblings put it on, and I don't think it was like, we're gonna watch this. It was just like on and they were watching it. And I don't remember specifics, but I remember being like, whoa. And I left. And I did that with Pretty Little Liars too. I was like, whoa, go, because that's gay. But yeah, and then in high school I watched it and I was like, this is gonna change me irrevocably. I will never be the same. And so when that happened to her, I was like, yo, please, hope she's okay. And then she wasn't.
When she does the scene in Glee where she tells her abuela, and the abuela's like, get out of my house. I remember
devastated.
That being the most influential, like, oh my gosh. And then it was cool. And like, sometimes it's hard for me, I guess, to like, I don't think about in the sense of, I don't have any representation on TV, blah, blah, blah. And maybe that's a privilege of mine. But also like.
A privilege.
Yeah, to not feel underrepresented. Maybe I just also didn't.
It's a privilege to not feel represented?
No, it's a privilege to not notice whether or not I'm represented.
It's happening enough that you don't recognize that it's not happening.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe I was just oblivious though, because like again, I didn't think about Ellen being gay.
Yeah, I mean, you seem to just not recognize things.
I just kind of take it as it is. The Bible. Oh, apple. Oh.
I didn't want to say it, but I was like, how are you not thinking that?
Sorry. But like, I remember that was the first time I ever watched a scene and was like, that is me. And I am in that picture. And whoa. Like, I remember that really just, even that scene now, it, as bad as it is, it feels like home.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
And they resolved it in the end. Oh, that's my seizure. They resolved it in the end of like, she came to the wedding. Like, so like, it was really cool. It took years.
But that's reality.
But yeah, and I think they did it well enough for Glee. They did it well enough that was like, okay, sure, it's probably believable, you know? So, that's crazy. I did pray for one celebrity one time.
Who did I pray for?
Yeah, who were you praying for? Ellen, Wendy Williams? You were definitely praying
I didn't pray for Ellen.
Sorry. No, that's fair. You prayed for Wendy Williams.
Who was it?
Who else could you have prayed for? Who else do you care about that's a celebrity? That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like you don't have anyone that you care about. In the sense that, backtracking like crazy.
No, guys, I took an empathy test. I think I mentioned
you did. You keep talking about it. That shows you don't have empathy. No, you keep mentioning yourself.
I need to go to jail.
Sorry, everybody.
No, my boss brought it up today.
Oh, okay.
I learned that I'm a
Virgo.
No,
I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo?
Hold on.
That makes sense.
You're an Aquarius, and that makes sense because I like Aquariuses. People that I like most are usually Aquarius.
I think you're my only Virgo friend.
Dead ass? September is huge.
No, my dad is a Virgo.
You're right.
But it's a Virgo man that's different.
Virgo men are different. I'm like OCD in the way that's cute and girly, and he's like OCD in a way that's like, are you? No, I don't know. No, keep cut it out. I cut that out, crazy. Cut it out, please. He's my dad.
He doesn't watch our episodes.
That's fine. I don't think anyone in my family does either.
Okay, my pants are like so.
You're like in capris.
These Target pants are killing me.
These Target pants.
Target pants, guys, make the legs a little bigger.
You know what? My pair of Target pants, I'm like, these legs do need to be longer.
And these are
and I'm a petite. I'm like a petite person. Like my legs are not that long, but they're still. I sit down. I'm like, that shouldn't be showing.
I'm like, these are grown men pants.
That's weird.
What grown man?
Certainly not wearing them, but no, I get the vibe. Yeah, they're like, too short.
These are made for a very certain type of man.
Yeah.
Who does shop at Target.
Who wears loafers with no socks. And they want their ankles shown. Not many of those left, hopefully.
Not a manly man like me.
Manly man. Bring back manly men.
Me and this little...
Yeah. You and those capris.
With my white socks.
Yeah. I don't think they can see them probably, but...
Anyway. Look at my ankles. Sickos. These take me to dinner.
After we talk about it. Don't look at them. Okay.
My full leg is like out right.
They're up to your thigh all of a sudden.
I've like posted a video of me binding.
Yeah, you
absolutely.
have. But the ankles where you draw the line.
Dinner first. Okay. Yes.
Do you not think she's worthy of love? That was bad, but I'm scared I'm gonna break this chair. Update, my chair is broken. It's really, and also I sound like this. But yeah, this chair is not meant to live very long. But it's okay.
I threw up at work.
You threw up at work? You didn't tell you told me you threw up, but you didn't tell me you threw up at work.
I know. Which I think I need to tell the people as well.
Okay, hold on. I'm so fucking sorry.
What other podcast are you talking to?
I'm talking to a podcast where all I talk about is weed. So what we do is we smoke and then we just talk about different types of cannabis. That was like really thought out. I know, I was like, that could have been real.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll give you guys the update. Lady Gaga, I'm just warning you guys right now. If you guys see new Lady Gaga stuff up on the pod, look at it. Don't mind your business. Have you guys listened to her new song, Disease? Because I'm going to tell you, she's back. I've missed Lady Gaga for quite a bit. Don't get me wrong, she's an amazing artist, and I think she's so talented in many different areas. But as an OG 2007 Little Monster diehard, I have just missed her. And I've missed the essence of whatever the heck she was given. Insanity. And I said, Gaga, I've missed you. And then the other day I put on Disease. And as I was driving to Trader Joe's, and oh my gosh, I was so tired that day. Gaga woke something back up in me. And I think we're back. I'm back in my Little Monster era. Gaga, I've missed you. I'm so down for you. This is a great time.
Almost felt like it's the last night. No Bruno Mars.
I just don't feel like that's
that song.
The Gaga that I needed.
Yeah, it felt like she was it felt like that movie she did, A Star Is Born, that kind of Lady Gaga, where it was like for the masses.
Yeah.
I'm a pop star for the masses. But she was like, I'm gonna put out my art originally. And maybe is that what you're saying? It's kind of feeling more like her new album. I should listen to it.
It's just one song.
I should listen to it.
It is. The thing is, though, I do think Lady Gaga needed that era because New York Stephanie, she was that like Star Is Born vibe. And I think she just wanted to be famous, high key. And honestly, I really hate saying this, but I think that her eccentric whatever she's got going on in the beginning that she had going on was also like part of her persona that got her to be so she could be Miss Millennial, wear a pink hat. Yeah, so and be accepted and loved for it.
Okay.
So a lot of me is like, okay, I know that you did what you needed to do, which if you're a little monster like me, we all know she did what she needed to do at times in the sense of, performing a certain song or like, I don't know, working, even going against maybe what she wanted to for her art. But also in the sense I'm like, Gaga, that's how we got here, girl. Yeah. Hang in there. You know those Madonna vibes. Those were deep inside you to be able to perform them out. And that you don't owe anything to anyone, but you owe this queer community that has stood by you since they were 7. Yeah. That didn't know they were queer. I was 7. Yeah, I needed that from you, Gaga. I needed that. Low-key, she released Chromatica.
Chromatica was lit.
Yeah, that it was like 2 years. But this one was such a subtle drop.
I didn't know she was doing anything. I feel like Chromatica, when did that come?
I don't know, 2019, 2021.
I was gonna say that was a long time. It's been a long time since
I had the Oreos.
Music that hasn't been like Bruno Mars and the Oreo. You still have the Oreos? You still have them? Do you remember when all those BTS fans had like sauce packets glued to their wall because it was like a limited time drop at McDonald's, and so I was like,
I
I'm
remember-
collecting sauce packets for Jimin, and I was like, whoa.
I remember going to McDonald's for those.
You did?
I didn't for myself.
For someone else. That feels like maybe you're lying, but okay. Did you see? Sorry. Well, we were just.
I'm a girl.
What?
I like the girls. I mean, the guys are cool, but
Oh,
like
the
if I'm
K-pop.
a geek
Over K-pop.
it's gonna be for Lalisa.
Well, I was gonna say, did you hear Rosé's new song? That's who I'm gonna geek
With
over.
Bruno Mars?
Yeah. It's a little like cheesy, but I'm like, good. Like, she's getting to do what she wants to do.
That is true. She's having fun.
She's having fun, and she's making a bop, and these people are dancing, and low-key, I'm here for, like, sometimes I want that, like, A Star Is Born, like, we're just having fun. Like,
no, yeah, I get that.
I have my artists that I like for fun, like cheesy, stupid, and then my artists that I'm like, I need something to listen to that's gonna make me feel something. And that's, who is that? I don't know.
I was gonna say, who is that? For me, that's Blackpink.
For you to make you feel things.
Blackpink, if you're listening.
I've been listening to like, okay, so I always thought that I was like, I have good deep music, but like, and it's so mainstream still, but like Noah Kahan and like Lizzie McAlpine and stuff like that I've been getting turned on to. So I'm like, it's actually like really sad.
Soccer practice
is so sad. For what?
Also,
why did she make that song?
But also very real of her.
Very real. It was.
Thank you. That one made
sad.
Yeah. I said good for you, girl, though.
She's making music for the masses. There's an audience that she's reaching, and they're like us. They're like, thank you.
But she cheated, right? That's a song about her cheating, right?
I just know that it was sad. I don't remember the lyrics word for word, but I remember being like,
oh, that's why I was saying like very raw, very real girl.
Oh,
and I can't hate her in that song. Like you want to be mad at her, but you're like, oh, you're struggling too. You know, it's not soccer practice.
Maybe I wasn't listening to the lyrics like I thought I was, or maybe I was cherry picking what I wanted to hear. But I remember like the first couple lines, I'm like, dang, and then I'm just in a mood listening to it. Hey, I don't know, but
I threw up at work.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about why you threw up. I sound like I threw up. Yeah. I did not. Why did you throw up? What was wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I felt like a little kid.
I flew up at work.
No, for real. I did that to my boss. I flew up at my boss.
I flew up.
Okay.
Sorry.
Here's the thing. I was talking to her in the middle of me being like,
you throw up on her?
No.
You just go, hi. that was such a real sound. I'm sorry. I do not sound good enough to pretend to throw up because it sounds like it could be real. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I apologize to our listeners. So you were in the middle of talking to your boss, and then you were like, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, so I am back on my meds. I realized I'm actually crazy. So I think I've said this before, those TikToks that are like, I thought I was doing better, it's just my meds were working. So I got back on my meds, right? Today was my first day of taking it. I didn't mean to be off of them so long. I just didn't go pick up my prescription.
That's all it was?
Well, low-key, my doctor also needed, she took an extra second with it was like the 3-day weekend or something. And then it took me a second to finally be like, I can go get them right now. So it just has been a while, which honestly, not bad. I feel great. I felt great off of them. Don't get me wrong, which I was like, wow. But then I was like, oh, I'm going to lose my mind. So anyway, I took them today, and when I was weaning off, because originally I was just trying to get off of them completely.
Yeah.
And when I was weaning off, I used to split my pill in half, which I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. I've been told I can do it, so just
listen to your doctor.
Yeah. I don't want to be responsible for that. So I've been splitting them, but then today, when I first started taking my meds, I remember my doctor was like, if you want to take 2 just to get them going, you
Whoa.
can.
Okay.
Yeah, and I at the time I was also like mentally not as well as I am now.
Fair.
So I think she was like just trying to get me the help
Yeah.
possibly. So today before work, I'm running late.
Brother.
And I'm trying to get out of the door. I have a pill. That's usually my recommended dose. And I just was like, I don't need to split it today. Like, I'll just take it. And so I think what happened, also, I upped my Adderall.
Okay.
So, and my body's still adjusting to that. It's helpful, but it's still adjusting. So, there was a point at work when I was like doing fine. And then I feel myself like, ooh. And I was like, I just need to eat. I haven't eaten.
Right.
I'm tired. Like, it's not good that I took my pills without eating right now, especially when they're new. So I was like, I'm just going to go eat really quick. And it's like breakfast time. And I go over to my boss, and in her office, I say hi. And I was like, it's time to eat, because I could feel it hitting. And she was like, ha. And then she started venting about something at work. And so I'm sitting there. And as I'm like, kind of like, you know, when you're hungry and you can just like, at first you're kind of like, oh, I'm just hungry. Like,
yeah.
At first I thought it was that. And
Okay.
then I was like, I'm getting really hot.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then and I was like, I need to lean up against this door.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, am I